Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here we go. Right, 60. Blue black. Red green.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Lance to throw it. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackle. 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
the red zone now. Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Things could just not have started any better for them. They get the turnover, the football right away, able to capitalize on offense for 6.
And we're talking about setting a tone in any game, right? The first points of a ball game, how about during the playoffs? Vitally important, and they've done that in this one.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line. Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Let's go now.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Saw the linebacker Damone Clark coming through with a stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Yeah, that's a pretty throw right there. It's man coverage on the left side of the field, and this is some really good footwork by his receiver. Able to create some space at the top of his route, and the ball's delivered right on time.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Running left, Davis Price. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress. Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well. And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they delivered. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point. You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense. I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. McCaffrey running up the middle. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Lance on the keeper. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Now they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that. It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? Gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points. If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up. And they'll go for it. Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. 4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown. And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done. A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay, if I hold them for 3, at worst, I give up a field goal attempt. When they go for it, sometimes it really affects the defense because maybe they're not mentally prepared to go that 4th down. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And some room to work. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 63 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Prescott now. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Prescott. And he will find his man on the outside. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there at 22.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
46.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And here he'll get it down to the 7. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And Lance throws the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track. And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Throwing. Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. To throw, it's Lance. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bringing an extra defensive back. Lance now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages. Only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Slant pass. Pollard brings it in. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Well, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Open man, Lamb. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. It'll be a gain of 5. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Marr is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. Pulls it in at the 13. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Prescott to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. Very nicely done there on the reception, and what an impact this rookie made on this offense, Charles, in the regular season.
Yeah, he's a big part of why they are where they are. He stepped into an important role, embraced it, and in a lot of ways expanded it, and immediately made a connection with his quarterback.
Got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now they send a man in motion right. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead is now 24. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety and being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Lance to throw for it on fourth down. Running the slant, Gray with it. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Off of play action, here's Lance. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Lance now on first down. And he will find his man Samuel. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Lance now on first down. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you walk out of the game a little bit, wind it down.
For being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's second and 10. In this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more. Throw's going to be incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think inside you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting
102 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it. They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the...
The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. Maher able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Lance going to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time here. Lance over the middle, and he's got Gray. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. A 1st down throw for Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, and that'll be incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Now Prescott. That's going to be caught. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Maher, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Lance. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. His second catch in this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Again, it's Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Able to find Gray here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is. My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And Lance now to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Lance. And it's caught. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Lance going to sneak it. Trying to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think...